Good morning, everybody. So, I ended up enjoying the deck that I made so much for this event. So, just to show you guys what it is real quick. I mean, I really ended up enjoying this deck way more than I would have thought. I want to see if I can make this work in Platinum. Because, guys, I tried. I tried so hard to make it work for that Pendulum first turn kill. And in Gold, in that league, no problem. In fact, I've gone back twice now and then just got right back up right away. My win percentage now is over 80% with it in Gold. So that's no problem. It's a whole different story when it comes to Platinum League. Those builds are just too good. So let me show you what my opponent was playing. Okay, so notice this was a Cyber Dragon deck, and unfortunately for me, he definitely just had everything he needed to stop me. So that definitely stunk. But I wasn't sure how well this would do just because it's a fun deck anyways. But this was against an Eldlich player. Oh, and I am playing Eldlich in my version. The reason being he's a level 10 and he's super simple to summon. So this is where I went against a hero deck, and so that was a pretty fun duel. Okay, and then this was another hero deck, or I'm sorry, Prank Kids build that I went against, and this is a really fun match. So I'm gonna show it to you guys. It was very interesting for sure. No, I don't want to show you the deck again. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch. But it was a fun one. I remember thinking after I played this match, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to use this way more. So he starts doing his thing here. There's my MC. Goes into Meow Mew. I mean, you guys know how the combos work. They go to the grave with special stuff. Yep, there's Doodle Doo. You know, really everything going his way that he would want to do here. That card puts in so much work. It's a really good one. Yep, there's the Prank Kids. I mean, seriously, Prank Kids place is just so great because it just allows you to keep reshuffling materials in that you need. Go ahead and use the polymerization here, which I 100% agree with. Definitely the right play. And there's Shadow Mew's favorite card, Battling Butler. And notice that. Look at that. Just ridiculous how good that is. And then you get a draw of one after it. I mean, that is solid. Now, as soon as I saw I had the Primal Being, I'm like, oh yes. That is absolutely terrific that I got that card. So I go ahead and I use Cursed Eldlich here. And he does Ash it. And it was something I was wondering, can I do it twice? I'm pretty sure it's a hard one to return, but I still wanted to try it anyways. Shadow. So, and I also can't attack when I have this out on the field. Because only zombies can attack, yeah. So, he's got everything going really well here. But the advantage for me is I've got the Primal Being. So, that's a huge situation. And notice that he goes for Anaconda. And so I thought that was so interesting. Goes for another Meow Mew. Yep, lots of chains going off here. That's gonna lower stuff for me if I'm not mistaken, but I'm already at 0. Now, at this point, it was really interesting because I'm pretty sure that was his 5th summon. And then he realizes, oh crap, he's got a hand trap here. So he's doing everything he can to bait out this negate of the primal being, or to, you know, to bait it out early so he can still do his stuff. But unfortunately for him, I'm extremely patient. So everything just, you know, he's doing his thing. Still extending, still trying to get me to use the card early, and I'm just not biting. And I think that's where he's like, dang it, what do I do here? So he goes ahead and he gets out the access code talker and uses Forbidden Droplet here. Okay, and then that stops my effect. Now, he tries going to battle phase, but with the primal being, you can literally just wait. Okay, so then I give him a token, which isn't very large because he's got a link monster. I think that might have been a misplay on his part. See what I mean though, guys, about that prank? It's pranks, it's so good. And I laughed when I got another primal being. I thought, oh my gosh, what are the odds of this? So go ahead and use the effect. I'm going to now pop one of the cursed Eldlins. That's going to go ahead and get to the special summon here of Eldlich the Golden Lord. And now he's 3,500. Send another cursed, or Eldlich the Golden Lord to the grave. Again, I control cursed Eldlin, so I can't do anything. Set Scarlet Sanguine. Yeah, I really like Eldlich in the build, but you do have to go second with this deck. It is not a go first deck at all. So notice he's got all his stuff here, and he's probably thinking, oh, I can make this work. You know, I got what I need. I was happy to get rid of with the Eldlich, the Prank Kids place, or not place pranks. I thought that helped quite a bit. There's Doodle Doo. Yeah, everything's going fine for him here. And I knew it was going to be a good duel. I thought to myself, man, this is fun. Because I felt like I had the answer I needed each and every time, which was really good. And he knows that I have some sort of interaction, but I think he thought it was Scarlet Sanguine. So he goes ahead and uses the effect, or uses polymerization. There's the Battling Butler again. Uses the effect. Yeah, everything just looking really good for him. Now he's strong enough to get over my card. He tries going to battle phase. And I'm like, yes. I hit you twice with this. So, there's the primal being again. Notice this token is much more massive this time. And then that allows me to get out a Lich card again on the end phase. Okay, draw phase, just a lightning storm, no big deal. Okay, I did like getting the Conquistador card here because I wanted to get rid of this. I wanted to pop Prank Kid's place. So special, send one, then I'm going to C summon. Okay, and there's Super Dreadnought, use the effect, burn them for the 2. Alright, and then go into the big guy. Yeah, and I'm just going to power him up because I can. I did need to get away over that token. This is really important. If I didn't have a way over the token, I was in serious trouble. So had to have a way. If not, it was over. So I thought, hey, I'll take that Monster Reborn. But I thought, why not just try and smack in here? And then the primal being for game. You gotta love it. So that was a terrific duel. And that's where I thought, you know what? I'm gonna see how far I can run with it now. Because I just had so much fun playing that. I thought, man, that's pretty good. That's not bad. So next one here, it was interesting. It was a burn strategy, but runs out of gas about halfway through. Not a whole lot to see there. And this one was interesting. It was a reverse situation, and the card that really costed me the most was the skill drain, because he had that turn 1, and then also the wing Pegasus at Ignister. That also did it. So both of those cards totally shut me down in such a way that I really couldn't recover, and so I was kind of bummed about that. Now with this one, I think he just messed up. Yeah, so something happened where he wasn't happy with his board that he had. I mean, he did have Utopic Draco Future, and I think he also had a Fogblade set, but he must not have liked what he had because he ended up quitting, which I was very surprised by. Okay, the next one here. Now, with this one, guys, I don't know how to get past this deck. Now, I mean, this is such a problem. So, Eva with Herald of Orange Light with Diviner of the Herald. Oh my gosh. It is so much trouble to face this deck. It is by far the bane of my existence. On this game, I can beat Striker all day long. I can tackle Thunder Dragons. But man, Drytron, even Lyraless Tri-Brigade, I have no problem with. And then I get to Drytron and die every time. I'm serious, I don't know what to do against it. At least with a go second strategy, I really have no clue how to stop him. It's just that hard for me. Okay, so there's the special summon. And you guys know this combo. And I'm fine with the Herald of Ultimate Mist coming out. But if there's a card that I would like to see them consider banning for this format, it would be Eva. Oh, that card just stops everything I'm trying to do. Yep, goes into the rank 1, sends the Drytron monster, uses the ritual spell card here. And that's how that fulfills the entire requirement. There's Benton, and everything's just going great. Diviner of the Herald, putting in so much work, sending the Herald of the Arc Light to give him a ritual spell. And this is a problem too, Beatrice, because watch, so that's what leads to the Eva, and then that's what leads to the Herald of the Orange Light being added from deck to the hand. Same thing with the Diviner card. I mean, that is it's just too much advantage. And I honestly thought to myself, okay, I don't know how to break his board here. I mean, yeah, I got one Kaiju, but the deck is just so darn powerful. So sets 2, and I thought, I'm not sure this is going to go well. So I start with the Kaiju first. I don't want anything negated. But there's the effect of Eva, and it's so broken. It's so good. And then to change Andy's emptiness afterwards. Oh my gosh. I thought to myself, you've got to be kidding me here. So I can't special summon now. Thank goodness I had the Time Lord card. So just attack in, get the 4K. But, oh, I thought to myself, man, that just stinks. Try using Cursed Eldlich here, trying to get myself going a little bit. And I wasn't sure what to do against this. I mean, once he's got everything going for his turn, you know, it's not like I can special summon and do my shenanigans. The Vanity's Emptiness, man, it definitely put in work in this match. And there's Natasha. And if you're not running into the Natashas, then you're not running into the best decks. Because this card is extremely effective. Yep. There's the blocker. Barricade Borg. And see what I mean? He took my monster. This happens consistently. Oh, I don't know what to do to get around it. And then there's the Boral Sword. I mean, really doesn't need to keep extending here. I have nothing to stop him at all. So then he calls by, getting rid of my Time Lord just in case. Yeah, and this is over kind of quick. Yeah, and there it is. So, yeah. If anyone has suggestions for me on how to beat Drytron going second, I would love to know. Because it's just so darn good. It's so difficult to get around. So with this next one, the virtual world player just really had everything under control. And that's my other problem, is cards like this. So Virtual World Gate, Choo-Choo or Choo-Chi, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's so darn good because I can get rid of monsters usually all day long. It's the traps that make it so much more difficult for me. Okay, then we've got this one here. Now, with this one, I accidentally didn't get off my go second quick enough, so seeing what he summoned, I should have had the game. So I was pretty upset with myself when that happened. I thought, what are you doing? You're supposed to pay closer attention. Now, this was a pretty good deck. So he's got the Shadal deck, which is a definite problem at times. So, yeah, I'll let you guys see what I'm talking about there. Yep, so I like that I was able to get the kaiju out. So important. But he's got the max C. I thought, no, I hate when that goes off because I've already committed the Monster Reborn, so he's going to get the draw of one anyways. So I didn't want to give him any more than that. So I'll just go ahead and attack here. And then I lay one face down. I thought, darn it. I really don't like it when I give someone advantage like that. And I thought, man, 1 for 1 in here. That really surprised me. And I thought, oh, shoot. I'm like, that's a problem. That's a window. You know, like, that's not good for me. Yep, just attacks in. Seems like the right play to me. But I do get my Scarlet Sanguine. So I like my draw. It's a good one. Yep, and then there's Eldlich's Bone Lord. And then I just smack into the window. That way I can summon and do some other stuff. Now, I did forget that the turn I activate Scarlet Sanguine, I cannot special summon other than zombie monsters. So that was a huge misplay on my part. But he ends up doing something too that's a misplay, so it ended up balancing out. Because honestly, this should have been the game right here. Yeah, because notice goes right into, is that Purgatrio? I think that's right, yeah. Yeah, so notice all he had to do here was power up his card, and he should have had me. Yeah, because I don't think he remembered that he can attack Purgatrio with all my monsters. He can attack them. So that helped me out tremendously. So I send the trap to the grave. That gives me a special summon of Eldlich the Golden Lord, which is really good. I shuffle all my cards back in, getting out the Exodius, the ultimate Forbidden Lord. Now I go ahead and Xyz summon. I just special this just in case. Okay, he does imper me here, but that's fine. And the reason being, I'd rather he hit it now versus later. So then I go ahead and I Xyz summon, making sure that I don't do it in the same column that he just imperned me. And then I activate the effect here and go to battle. And then I attack into the monster he left faced up. I mean, I'll take it, right guys? I mean, both of us misplayed and I was able to come out on top. Now, with this next duel, this is another good one. This is me versus a Sky Striker player, and boy, it was a great match. And anytime I have a really close match, I don't care if I lose. That does not bother me at all if that happens. That's always what I'm looking for. Can I make it fun? Now, going against Sky Striker, I love my hand. So, but I didn't know that yet. So, I do have some good cards here. So I thought, well, might as well try. Because I thought, well, let's go for the OTK if there's a way to get it. Now, I try to use the effect, and he's got a Gamma for me. So I did try to get that off, but yeah, not happening. So that fizzles. Not much I can do when that happens. I do pop one of his cards in phase, they get banished anyways. Yep. Normal summons Ray, links off for Hayache. And I feel like tons of us have faced these decks, right? I mean, they're just everywhere. Now again, I felt really good because I had Kaijus in the hand. The only problem is I should have went a little deeper here. Yep, uses multi-roll. And there's the Sky Striker Mobilize. I mean, just so effective. And Kagari's great just for getting that recursion that you want. Multi-roll is good for that reason too. And then there's Shizuki, and then it's my turn, and then there's the effective multi-roll going at, but off, getting him the engage back that he'd want. And then he gets one from the deck. Yeah, I still can't believe that card's at 2 in this format. So I get my card, I'm like, oh, perfect. Blow up the back row first, Kaiju off, normal summon, special summon, attack in again. Everything's working here. I mean, I don't feel bad about how this is going. He's going to take half damage. okay. And then at this point I'm thinking, well, let's see what we can do here. And I thought protection might be the better way to go. So he does use the effect here, and I wish you could do this like during like your opponent's draw phase. I've got to figure out how to link properly, or chain I should say. So he goes for Zeke here. Now instantly he's going to try and banish, so I just chain back, but I'm worried what if he's got Widow Anchor, because I think that would actually resolve first, but he doesn't end up playing it. So now he tries to use Afterburner. That doesn't work. He had the Widow, so that's a huge misplay that didn't happen. Then he goes for the Hayate, attacks in. Yeah, as you can see, it was a real back and forth battle. I mean, lots and lots of fun. Ends on the Shizuki here. There's the Mobilize Engage, and very wisely has the Widow Anchor ready to go. I do like the drone for the next turn. Now, I thought to myself, well, I might as well go for it. I mean, if I can get this effect off, then I know that I've got the game. So he'd have to have the hand trap, and he had the perfect hand trap for me. And I just thought, darn it. So I go ahead and hit here, but I know it's not going to be enough. And this is when he can really start his shenanigans. Now, I did put another card on the field, hoping maybe that somehow buys me a turn. With cards like Access Code, though, you just never know. Now, he goes ahead and takes my monster, and then links here, and goes for the Howl Key, which I was not anticipating. I don't always see Sky Striker players playing that in their build. Yeah, everything just going his way here. I thought, oh, it's not good. It's not good, everybody. So goes ahead and goes into the card, and there's the boy. As soon as I saw that access code, I thought, oh, shoot. So I knew I was in trouble. And there it is. And I thought, darn it. But, you know, he had the right hand traps, you know, and that's how it goes sometimes. But it was really fun, and anytime it's really fun, then I'm all for it. You know, to me, that's the best way to play. So notice he hit me with the Gamma. He also hit me with the Ash at the perfect time. Had the Widow Anchors ready for me. I had the Kagari gone. I had the Shizuku almost out. Hayate. I was feeling really good till that access code came out. I need one more turn. One more turn. Now, this was my favorite duel of the night, guys. I had so much fun against this player. I thought to myself, man, win or lose, I am having fun. So, as you can see, it is a trap tricks deck. Almost 100% traps. And no, I don't want to cut it. And like I said, this by far and large is my favorite match of the night. I had a blast playing this one. So, and 20 turns, everybody. I thought, oh my gosh, here. So, believe it or not, I do like my hand, just because I have this in the hand. Now, when I saw all the back row, I thought, okay, that's interesting. Now, this right away fixes everything with my hand, and then he plays that, the Imperial Order, and I'm like, oh, crap. You know, like, what do I do against that now? So, now, I still get to spend the cost if I want, which actually was good, because that allowed me to go ahead and get out Scarlet Sanguine, which is going to lead eventually to Eldlich the Golden Lord. So I felt really good about that. Has to set another one on the end phase, I try to use Scarlet Sanguine, but he ashes it. So really good back and forth there. I thought that was very effective. Okay, so I draw for turn, and it's not the best draw. So I thought, dang it. I just go ahead and special summon a Conquistador of Golden Land, and or set that card, and I just end my turn. So he has to pay another 700 for the Imperial Order. Okay, so I go ahead and I get the Lightning Storm. But the problem is, right there I control face up. So it's like, shoot. If only I didn't have that face up, I could completely pop that back row right now. If I could also find a way to get past the Imperial Order, right? And so I knew that was going to be an issue. Because again, that would just negate that if that's on the field like that. Oh man, he's getting low. He's getting low. Now when I see the trap trick stuff, I'm like, oh, so I finally know what I'm playing against. Now, he goes ahead and uses the Parallel Exceed. Then he's able to get another one out. Then he gets the special summon of the Phantom's Night card. That effect then goes off for the Trap Tricks card, allowing him to special one from the deck. This is where I chain the Primal Being. I thought, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end before he battles. That brings out the Primal Being for me, which is great. He gets his extremely large token. And then notice he goes for Ice Dragon's Prison. And then I was not anticipating this. So he used my own monster against me. Very smart for sure. So it's my turn now. Imperial Order is still putting in so much work. Now I gotta get rid of the token. Now right away, this person tries to stop my Kaiju. Then I just special another one. Notice he changed his bottomless drive pole. I have my final Kaiju in hand. I'm sure that guy had to be thinking, how did he get 3? Like, that shouldn't even be possible. Like, what are the ratios of something like that happening, right? But he does get a Trap Tricks card. So I thought, shoot, that is a problem. And then he gets the Parallel Exceed. Now, he only had the one. He already used the one earlier. Now he goes ahead and goes for the Link 2 here. Uses the effect. Targets the card that's in my grave and very wisely uses it against me. Now, it has a heavy cost though, this card. You have to get rid of 2 cards in order to attack with it. So knowing that, I just try to use Revolving Switch Yard to set myself up for the next turn. And I just end my turn. There's no reason to do anything because he has to have 2 cards to attack with this. Again, this Lightning Storm is doing nothing. So I go ahead and use the effect, ditch it. Normal summon, then I special. And what a play. That trap hole, that floodgate one. I thought, shoot. But I'm still okay because he's got to get rid of 2 cards in order to attack me. So I wasn't feeling too bad. Now he's got the 2 cards though. So like, that's an issue that's there. So I go ahead and use the effect. I send that card, setting myself up for the next turn. If I wanted to anyways. I normal. He special summons, takes my card, and then banishes it in the process. Very smart. But he's down a card, so does he want to do that? Now, I realized I foolishly left this in attack position. That could not have been good, right? So I go ahead and use the effect of Revolving Switch Yard, get the normal summon that I'm looking for, try it again. I go for the Exceed summon here. So I go for number 81. And then there's the effect that's happening, Avoid Trap Hole. And I'm just protecting myself. I thought he targeted me. And then I realized he didn't. I'm like, oh, okay, that works. But I'm thinking, okay, he's down to 14. You know, I'm getting recursion back here. Everything's going the right way. So then it's his turn, and then he just normal summons. And then gets the trap trick stuff going again, which I thought was very smart. Yep. And then that ends up resolving. My card is protected this turn, unless he has a way to smash over it, which that's not very easy to do. Then he's got the Trap Tricks card, gets the special summon with it. I thought, dang. I'm like, this guy, his grind game is absolutely fantastic. Yep. Detaches 2, gets the special summon out. That allows them to lay a trap hole. Very smart play for sure. Alright, and then I was surprised by this choice. Magician Gaga Magician, or the Gaga Magician. I didn't even see it. But then I saw the Utopic Future and I thought, so that's why he's doing that. Now, thankfully, he's still not big enough to get over my monster. So that was huge. Well, he can that one anyways. You know me, I'm all about that kaiju. So he does get out Zeus, and I think, well, it's not going to stay there long. I have the answer for that, sir. Again, one turn too late at the primal being, right? And then he just surrenders, realizing more than likely it was going to be over at that point. So it was a great duel. So much fun. And then this is my next opponent's deck. Again, lots and lots of hand traps. That was a super close one as well. Yep, and then I faced my own Time Lord deck, which I thought was interesting. Again, I was happy that mine ended up winning that match. And again, I always like to give you guys the breakdown. I want you to see the journey with me of, you know, what I'm playing. And so this was a Thunder Dragon build. So just to give you guys an idea. Now again, I'm always hoping to go second with these decks. It's just the way I build. Okay. So there he goes, activating the effect of Thunder Dragon to add one from deck to the hand. He only does one, which makes me think he must have had one in the hand, is my thinking there. Okay, so lots of stuff happening here. And it's a solid build. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Colossus is a bear of cards to deal with because I can't add anything, which is so frustrating. Because I really want to add stuff, so that's not easy. Then he gets the allure, decides what he wants to banish. Now, I was surprised just ending on one little Colossus. I thought, well, that's no problem. I can actually handle that. So I go ahead and use the effect on purpose, just so I can get rid of his card. Then I go ahead and use the effect to ditch one. That allows me to get the Night Express, or the Night Express Knight. Go ahead and go for the Sea Summon here. Yep, love that play. Then I've got the Super Dreadnought Cannon, or Rail Cannon. Use the effect to burn them for 2. Okay. Then I go to overlay and I think, well, unless he's got it, this should be the game. Kind of like with the Sky Striker player. If he's got that effect failure, there's nothing I can do. So I detach and then I try to hit in, and it works. He says, yes! So, I love it when I'm able to pull that off. Okay. So it's just super interesting how they all go. Grand Maju, I was able to beat that. Sometimes you just have the right play. There's really no other word for it. This is a Tri-Brigade player that also was playing Bird Up. I was able to also beat him. Now, this is an interesting deck. So, as you guys can see, it's the Trap Trick version again, but this time he's got all the cards ready to go, and I lose, you know, so not much I could do. And then this is a super interesting build, this mutant generator build. This is going to be the actual last one that we're going to watch for the night. But it was interesting, everybody. So interesting. Okay, so not a bad first hand, that's for sure. Okay, and this was something I said to myself. I go, uh-oh, I'm going to have to do some extra reading because I wasn't sure what to hit. This is literally my first time going against a mutant deck. So this was something I was totally unfamiliar with. Yep, good play. And there come all the tokens. I mean, it's really fun if you like doing stuff like that. It's a neat way to play. Yep, gets the spell. Or I used the Kaiju to get over his quick effect. Did not want to do that. Then I pay the 800 for Curse Eldlich. Use Revolving Switchyard. Send it to the grave. That gives me Night Express Knight. Use the Eldlich card to pop the Cursed Eldlich. There comes Eldlich the Golden Lord now, which I thought was really good. Okay, then I go ahead and send Conquistador of the Golden Land. Use the effect here to normal, then special. Now, again, you know, it doesn't have the negate. And notice he's got an interruption here. So Mutant Cry goes off. And then I'm able to, he's able to use the effect, which pops my card. Very smart. I thought that was good. Okay. Then I attack. And then I also had a Kaiju in hand, so I attack again. And so it looks like he's adding a field spell from deck to the hand, which is always difficult to get around. The tokens go away once it's off my turn. It's only during your turn that those tokens would exist. Now, uses Mutant expansion here, so he's able to take a level 4 monster and add to his hand. And I think he also has the option to special it, if I'm not mistaken. So I instantly chain here, and I get out Elixir Scarlet Sanguine. And then I special summon this card in defense. Oh, this card. So tough to deal with, but I go ahead and banish one. Oh, that's good. So I got another Conquistador of the Golden Land out. Now, the problem here is this card. It's a quick effect. And so anytime you've got a quick effect, like, that's not easy to deal with. And honestly, at this point, I'm thinking, man, what do I do so I don't have something bad happen? Now, he does try to chain here, which is, I think, the right chain, but I am able to protect myself in the process, and then that does give me a draw. So the Eldlich, the Golden Lord, comes back. I just special summon it in attack position. His 3500 is really difficult to get around. Just smack in, no big deal. Okay, so now it's my opponent's turn. And again, I just don't know these cards yet. So I try special summoning here. Okay, so Conquistador of the Golden Land, and that does lead to the popping of the spell. I felt like that was super important for the generator strategy to move the way that this duelist would want it to. Okay, then we get to the effect of Synaphus. Vanishes. And that's going to resolve. So I do protect myself in the process. I wasn't sure how long this would need to go. Yeah, so everything just going the way this guy's way at the moment. Yep. And they're both level 8s, which I was worried about. And then when I saw this, I'm like, oh no, is he bringing out that dragon card? Because if he was, I thought this would be good. But I think that might be a different number that does that, where you can use the 100-year dragon. It's really fun. Okay, and then notice that brings out the tokens now. Okay, so I thought it was interesting looking at what I've got available, because I was going to say he's got a way to chain to that. Then I go ahead and I get out Night Express Knight. He gets out the generator card. And again, isn't the back and forth awesome, guys? Like, to me, that is what I'm always looking for. I just want that back and forth. You know, that's what makes it so much fun. So I go ahead and I go again for the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon. Go ahead and attack in. Then I attack into one of his negates, and at that point I think he saw the handwriting was on the wall, and I was in pretty good control. But yeah, it's performed pretty well, actually. Yeah, right? I mean, that was crazy to look at. Yeah, but I like the build. It's been a lot of fun, and I thought I'd share it with you guys, you know, just to see what you guys are thinking. Because I didn't know if you guys have like suggestions that you might be thinking of. I'd be very curious, you know, what you would say to me to make it better. So here's the build, just so I can do the card by card so you guys can see it. So I've got the 3 Raiden, 3 of the Mystery Dust Kaiju, 2 of the Exodia 10, 3 of the Night Express Knight, 3 heavy freight train, 3 of the Star Destroyer Kaiju, 3 of the Time Lord, 3 of Super Express Bullet Train, 2 Eldlich the Golden Lord, 3 the Primal Bane, you know, and then your staples, you know, that you would need to have for the deck to go. And this ratio has been really consistent. I thought about trying Numeron in here, but I don't know if I will. But, oh, funny story. So I was actually in, I think it was against the, oh, which player was that? The one we were looking at with Alistair. I forgot that I never modified this from when I started the Xyz deck, because for the event they make a copy, and so literally all I had, guys, was the 2 Dreadnought, and then the 1 Super Dread, and then the 1 number 81. I went through all those matches with just 4 Xyz cards in the extra deck. And then I went to summon something, and I was like, oh crap, it's not there. So it's like, I need to do something about this. So yeah, it's pretty fun. You know, I definitely enjoy it. And I can't wait to hear what you guys are thinking for suggestions. I think that'd be great. I hope you enjoyed this latest episode of The Road to Platinum Tier 1. If you did, please hit that like button. Also, we would love to have you guys be subscribers to the channel. If you'd ever like to catch what is happening live, we'd also love to have you guys be a part of our Twitch community. Hey, thanks again so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
But I wait for your next challenge. I know that you'll be back.